All right. Hey, everybody. Nina Roberti is back for another round of Bach flower essences. This month, of course, to talk about the animal's message, which is trust for the whole month of September. So Nina, I know, has some new Bach flower essence. I think they're all new. You sent me a picture, so I think they're all new for us. Just to help us with trust, because if you remember what the animals were saying at the beginning of the month, is that not only is it really, trusting them, but also realizing how they're activating in you, how you don't trust yourself or how you don't trust yourself in different situations, whatever that all might mean for you. And so in talking with Nina, to be able to have additional support with Bach Flower Essence, now she has some new ones to share with us that we can take to help us. And she'll explain all of that. So I'm going to, but before I turn it over to Nina, I almost forgot. So Nina and I will also, she'll do readings for me and for Lucas in an effort to figure out which Bach flower essences are best and what's going on. And the last time you did it, Nina, you got a lot of sadness from Lucas. And knowing, for me, I know as human design, and he's very much focused on the sacral. He's such a reflector for me. So when you said he's just so sad, and you like record the conversation that you have, and then you send it to me, and I was listening to it and how sad he was, and it was making you cry and really deep. And I was like, oh, I knew the sadness, right? Because it's still like the stuff with my dad and all these other things that come up, the secondary losses and everything. Plus, also, I was doing a workshop with another colleague with horses called Grief, Grace, Gratitude. So we were also working with other people's grief and sadness. So there's a whole lot going on. So anyway, so you have this, and I remember, I guess I didn't realize how much was still in there. And still in there, like I can't not have it, right? It's going to stay. So I guess I just really wasn't aware of it. So thank you, Lucas, for pointing that out. But then you were saying, these are the ones, these are the Bach flowers. And there's a lot. These are Bach flowers. And I'm like, oh. And so then you made a tincture for me and sent it to me, which was really helpful. And I've been taking that for a month, right? Or no, it's a little longer than that, right? Because I think you did this when I went to TA for Danielle at Omega over the end of July.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's been like 6 weeks, I want to say. And she was just asking me beforehand how it felt and what I've experienced over this time in taking them. So I take a little bit every single day, multiple times a day. While I am more aware now because of the conversation you had with Lucas of the sadness. So I am aware of it and I allow it to be there at the same time, because I think the allowance, but also more importantly, this Bach flower essences, I haven't had, like when you're grieving, right? You go valley and then you come up to a peak and then valley. And sometimes these valleys can be low. And I hadn't realized I was actually in a valley. Now I'm like, oh, I'm in a valley, but it might not be as deep. And I feel it's moving. I'll say it that way. It's not like it's gone, or, I mean, maybe, but it's also moving. So it's just been so helpful and supportive. So I think it's made a huge difference. Yeah.
That's so good. It's so good to hear because like you don't really realize how powerful they are until you go through it. And then you do realize like it kind of like for you, the valley wasn't as deep. So it like more balanced you off or balanced you out. And then it takes the slight edge off, of things. And so you do realize how, because they go down to the cellular level and it's just amazing how to that you're able to more process like grief or whatever it is that you're going through. It's just it's just an easier remedy to do that's more natural,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
great. So it's probably time for a new tincture because your body's probably integrated it. And so
Yeah.
maybe like after this we'll douse to see what other ones, and
Okay.
maybe some of these you may need.
Yes. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me again. So this
Yeah.
is great.
Mhm.
So on trust. So trust is, and I mean, it's trust affects everyone. It's amazing. It's like, how do we trust in ourselves? How do we trust other people? How do we just trust and have faith in life? Right. I mean, it's amazing every day that we go through. And it's just to be able to trust and have that faith is such a strong, powerful, I don't even know what the word is, belief, or I mean, it's not even a belief because it's instilled. It's just like the knowing that you have the trust, like that, like for us for me from like the hurricane, right? We're coming up on the year, and with my sister warehouses, we have to have that trust of knowing that everything's going to work out the way it's going to work out, and that the universe is going to have our back. But it is very hard at times
Yeah.
to really have that trust. I mean, it's really testing me right now. Okay, have
Hmm.
this trust, and you know that you're going to be protected, and it's going to be fine. But it tests us, and
Oh, yeah.
that's what life school is all about, right? It's the
Hmm.
journey and everything we're going through.
Yeah. As frustrating as it can be. Yes.
Right? And
Yeah.
as stressful as it can be.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one that I have is Cerato. And
Okay.
I think
Oh,
we may have had this one
I-
before.
maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
So
Looks
this
great.
one is the lack of trust in self. So it's that if our own intuition. It is basically, someone who doubts their own decisions. It's the failure to trust like in yourself. It's your lack of confidence, maybe your uncertainty. You're constantly seeking approval of others. You may be asking them, what should I do? Or asking for their advice or guidance instead of going within. So
Yeah.
you're not really trusting your own intuition. So this remedy of Cerato, it strengthens your inner knowing. It's your independent decision making and faith in your own intuition. And as we know, the more and more that we trust in our own intuition, the more and more it's clearer and it speaks louder to you, and then you have the more trust.
Mm.
So it just restores the self confidence so that you are able to trust in yourself.
Cool. That's
So
cool.
that's Cerato.
Okay.
Yes. Um, okay, so the next one we have not done this one, is Holly.
Mm.
This one, so this is trust in others, especially like in love and relationships. This is a good one if your animals are not liking to go to the vet, and a lot of times we have issues taking our animals to the vet. This one will assist, will assist your animals with the trust in relationships of
Mm.
others. But
Oh, cool.
yeah, so this one is basically, so it's the lack of trust in love and relationships.
Mm.
Because I know that we all come into this world wanting love and wanting to give love, so we want to give and receive it. But when, like, as we are little or we go through experiences, it may be denied or we may not receive it. And so we receive it's such strong disappointments in not, sorry about that, we not receiving the love. So we start to protect ourselves, we limit ourselves from that. So we receive like the shadow side of not feeling that safety or the love is like anger, resentment, envy, suspiciousness. It is jealousy.
Mhm.
All of those things that we're not feeling loved or safe. So it is difficulty that when we have in trusting others, like their goodwill, we just, for some reason, have it that they may betray us. So we go through life not trusting in others. So this remedy will open up the heart, and it restores faith and love. It softens your suspicion. I think that we have frozen, Julie. I'll just continue. It aids in restoring the ability to give and receive love, allowing for trust in relationships. Okay, so oops, I think we just lost Julie for a second there. So back to Holly. So Holly, it's when people have difficulty in trusting others, like their goodwill. You normally have like you're always expecting the betrayal of others. So the remedy, whoops, for Holly, it opens the heart. It restores faith in love, and it softens the suspicion. It softens all of those feelings of the shadow side of it. So it aids in restoring the ability to give and receive love. So allowing to trust in relationships.
Mm.
So that is Holly.
Cool. Awesome. Okay.
Okay. And then the third one
Yep.
is Larch. So we've not had this one, I don't believe, or have
Yeah.
we? I don't
I
think.
don't, I always think of Monty Python because there's a
Or-
whole skit about the larch in Monty Python. So anytime somebody says that word, it's just all they do is they're like the larch. That's all they say. And then they show a picture of a larch tree. So,
Oh my God, that's fun. I don't remember that, but
oh
that's fun.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
so anytime someone says that word to me, I'm like, oh yeah, Monty Python. So no, we have, I don't know if we have, because I don't remember. Anyway, go
Oh,
ahead.
wait, let me go back to holly also. So holly, it's interesting because when you're speaking of the large tree, so holly's from the holly tree, right? So we
Yeah.
bring in the holly tree like during Christmas for like Christ. So it's the healing, and so it's bringing in the holiness of that, which basically kind of translates into the love that we have in opening our heart and bringing the love into our homes and to our heart. So it's just kind of interesting how the different plant as flower or tree that's brought in to bring the emotions or how it is the remedy that we're using from the different natural element.
Yeah. Huh. Cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of full of
Yeah.
neat thing. Okay, so larch. Now I'm gonna think of that every time.
You know? Yeah.
So this is lack of trust also in self, but it's with our self-confidence.
Yeah.
So it's you're feeling inferior to others. It's a fear of failure. So it's when we have self-doubt, we're usually holding on to negative past experiences and we're not even trying to excel or succeed because we don't have the confidence or the trust in ourselves.
Yeah.
So this remedy, it restores self-confidence and willingness to attempt to step forward. I was looking at it, I was like willingness to try, but we need to eliminate try out of our vocabulary. And like, so it's like the willingness to attempt to step forward or just to give it a go, right? We want
Yeah.
to step forward, however that is. And so it gives you the trust in your natural ability and it dissolves the self-limiting beliefs that we have.
Oh, cool.
So that way you're able to trust in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Also, though, Larch is also associated with the throat chakra. So this is about speaking your truth.
Hmm.
So you may find like people that have thyroid issues, that's that's associated with your throat chakra. So Larch may help people that are not speaking them truth, which could convey over to thyroid issues. So Larch allows you to begin to trust in yourself so you can succeed.
All right, everybody. So I hope you got all three because I know I've been freezing. I tried to change networks. It's still, who knows what's happening. So maybe we're so powerful, Nina, we're taking down the internet. So, all right. So, but tell us the three one more time, just so we can make sure we've got it.
Okay, the three are Cerato, then there's Holly, and then there's Larch.
Yep. All to help us with trust and
Right.
different aspects of trust. Yeah.
Trust in self, trust in our intuition, and trust in others and relationships.
Wonderful. Okay. So thanks everybody for bearing with us. Yes, there'll be some editing, but yet still, it is what it is. So thanks, Nina, for bearing with it too. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So stay tuned because it's almost at the end of September. We're going to have a new animal message for October, new Bach flower essences for October. And we'll just continue working on the inner work with all the help we can possibly get. And may the internet's not go down.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Nina.
Thank you.